Okay, hello everyone. So here is my battered old third 464, and this is the one that got gifted to me by TootyUK, and I finally got around to giving it a workover. So we have a plan to basically bring this back from the dead. We've tested it on the monitor that was supplied with it, and it does not work. Nothing happens, doesn't come on at all. I have my suspicions of what's wrong with it. But first let's go over this and see the damage of what we got here. Excuse my knee and shot. So what we have is, this is a, let me get my camera in shot, there we go. This is a revision 3 system. This is an 87 release. You can tell that by the serial number on the back. So this was 5 is a Korea code, so it was made in Korea in plant 33. Yeah, plant 33, and it was made, that's the production number, so 23,589 of March 87. So 8 means, no, not March, what am I talking about? That's August. 8 is August, isn't it? Yeah, August of 87. So yeah, this has been through the ringer, hasn't it? I mean, we've got all this obviously body damage up here, cracked here. It's extremely filthy on the tape deck and inside. Very dirty on the inside there, and the board is pretty messy as well. So also the metal label, yeah, the metal label has been rather completely mullered. So the idea I've got with this is to first of all get it working. So we're going to get it working, that's the first thing. So see if we can do that. So hopefully there's no damage to any of the chips or anything, and they're all working perfectly fine, and obviously the tape deck can be restored. I think the counter's fine as well. Obviously give it a massive clean up because it's filthy, and hopefully customize it. And we're gonna, because I've never had the opportunity to do that. I mean, I never wanted to butcher like a good condition one. For instance, my revision 1, my original revision 1 board over there, the one I used for Amstrad live game testing, or my 87 mint condition one. But this one gives me a chance to customise it, so if we can get it working, we're going to see what we can do with the bodywork in future episodes, and hopefully this will be an episodic thing. That's the idea. If it's not, please do forgive me. I'm just playing with that now. Oh, that seems to work. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea. So we're going to get it working first. Now, what we have done already, I'm just going to move that over and show you the camera, show you the monitor. What we have done is there is the monitor that came with it. And it's in pretty good condition actually. It's pretty clean. These could be doing, a little bit bent. But what I did do is take my one that I use for testing, which is my revision 1, which is in beautiful condition, and plug her in just to test the monitor, see if the monitor works. And if I plug it in, oh, and bump the camera. There we go. So if I plug it in and switch on, and hopefully she works. There we go. Bit shaky on the screen. The screen's a bit shaky. Let's have a look at that. See if we can. Oh yeah, bit shaky. So that's the. Give a trusty old bang on the monitor there. So yeah, we've got a little bit of shaky image on the screen there, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully that'll once the monitor's warmed up, that'll stabilise. Let's have a fiddle with that. The brightness. Oh yeah, a bit of a shaky image. That's a shame, but that wasn't. There we go. Steadied out now. So it will steady out. Bit shaky. This monitor probably hasn't been used in a long time. So, but I'm sure that's not a problem. It's starting to steady now. So yeah, we know that the monitor works and the monitor is supplying power to the unit. So what we will do, we'll clean these terminals up and put him back over there, and see what we can do with the busted unit. Right, so we take the cover off and open the system. Do it upside down. There we go. Right. There will be ribbon connectors in there. Yep. So just take the PCB board power out under there, so we can flip her over. There we go. Pop him up there, and then gently take these ribbons out. They just pop out. That's for the keyboard, so we'll give that a good old clean Take the keyboard out and give it a good clean. So there's the revision 3 board. And what can we see here? So what I'm looking at straight away, this here looks a bit dodgy completely. I tell you what, some of these chips are in really clean condition. I must admit, some of these, there's the processor, looking quite clean actually. I mean, the board itself is filthy, but we'll give that a spray with some contact cleaner. And yeah, the AY chip, that seems fine. The gate array down the bottom there. Your ROM, your graphics, that's a bit dirty there, I must admit. Been that there. But the main thing looks like the power, as we can see here. If I can just show you there, I'll get me light on that just to show you. So that power looks decidedly dodgy. Hold it RT there. So these look like they've gone away dry solders. So we're going to have a look at that imminently. So we'll take him off. I had most of this board off anyway, so most of the screws have already been taken out when I was having a look at it prior. Can't even get the screw there. Like I say, on these later revision boards, of course, you've got all the edge connectors and your peripherals on the side and not on the back like they were on the last one. So if we look at that, the DIMM looks okay. On the back, yeah, you can see these solders are, yeah, they're gone. They are gone. So I'll have to suck them solders out and solder them back on and give this board an absolute clean up to rescue that. So I'm gonna go ahead and unsolder this, take that off completely, and then give the board a clean, solder that back on, and then we'll see if she works and see if all these chips are operating fine. The caps look okay. There's no blown caps, there's no inflated caps. All these solders look pretty good. Can't see any obvious breaks in the circuit, but again, we can repair those as well. Maybe a few down there, but that might be just a bit of dirt on there. Yeah, but generally it's filthy, but not in the worst condition I've seen one, certainly. So we'll give it a go, shall we? Right, so what we have done here, we've given everything a bit of a clean. So it's not they're not the biggest of cleans, but I've gone inside the tape deck. Now I've been inside the tape deck and dusted it all out, cleaned it all out, make sure everything's moving, all the belts are fine and not perished, and all the connections are fine. Seems great. Seems to be perfectly fine. The counter's working as well. I notice the mechanism is fine. I've cleaned the heads and everything else, tightened the capstans up, everything should be spiffing on that end of things. And then the back box, nothing really serious, just a piece of plastic really, and this is the bit that's undamaged. A few scratches, but there's no breaks or anything significantly damaged on that, apart from the front sec. The keyboard, obviously this is the solid one-piece version, which is slightly different from the well, actually 3 or 4 different keyboards were actually used in the Amstrad, and this one is the light profile one on this metal backer. Later ones didn't have that. Of course, the original one had a membrane on the back instead. So I've given that a clean up. All these buttons seem pretty sound. I mean, the plate is bent a bit. It looks like it's been hit at some point. There's a bend, a significant bend there, which I can't seem to straighten out. But I don't want to bend it too much because you don't want to. But that's as straight as I can get it. And finally, the most important bit is the board itself. Now, haven't got it to the cleanest stuff I would have liked. It's still pretty dirty up here and along here, and a few on the circuits there. But I've given it a good spray and a good dust and a clean inside and out. Now the power bit is what I was working on. You see, it's not the neatest of solders. If that will just focus there. There we go. Not the neatest of solders, but hopefully now that more makes a connection. I've got to replace the ring around there to make a connection there. And this one was a pain in the arse to actually get connected, but I've cleaned it up and soldered it back on. Hopefully it's enough to bring it back from the dead. If not, I do have a backup plan. My backup plan is the fact that I do have another motherboard. So if it doesn't work, then I can mess around with the other motherboard. Actually has a few missing chips. So the plan is to replace the chips on that motherboard with the chips from this board, assuming these chips work, and then mine, because I know that board powers, and then we should have a worker. But that's long term. So yes, so now I'm going to put it all back together and hopefully give it a test. So fingers crossed things work. Right, so here it is, all hooked up, back together. So let's see what happens. Now this is still a bit dodgy, so I don't know what's going to happen. But let's go. Have we saved this Amstrad? Will it work? Oh dear. Hang on a minute. I know this is dodgy. Oh, hello. Well, what do you know? There you go. She's working now. This is dodgy, isn't it? Yep, there you go. So that will need a bit of work still, but it's operational. And there doesn't seem to be any errors or anything happening. Give us a reassuring beep. Let's have a look. Turn her up. Oh, hell yes. There you go, ladies and gents. She is alive, it seems. Let's have a look. Yeah, that seems to be fine. So let's just turn like that, so I can give you a good shot. That seems to work. QWE. Yep. Yep. Oh, did everything work there? It did. Well, there you go, everyone. That works. That works. Now, the ultimate test is the tape deck. Will the tape deck work? Because them things are notorious. Let's have a look. Now, okay, the tape deck can be clean out. The spool seems to be working when you fast forward and rewind. So let's have a check here, just to see. Ah, right, okay. You won't be able to see that from there, but that spool, the forward spool, isn't turning on the play motion. It is if I push it a bit and then it stops again. So that's sticking. So I have to, yeah, I have to spray something on that to sort of clear that out. I think it's a little bit sticky. Let's stick the head cleaner in it. We're not going to damage, you know, we're not running any tapes through it. I had Harrier Attack to test on it, but it's a quick loader. That fast forwards and rewinds fine. Yep. But yeah, no. There's no forward motion there at all. It's trying to, but it's just sticking. Yeah, a little bit. Does it a little bit, but then you're going to get that. You're going to get that. But this is a head cleaner, so it doesn't matter whether that chews or not. I mean, I've got tons of these things. So that will be the next thing to fix. But for stage 1, it seems operational. So for stage 1, I believe we have been successful. So the next stage is obviously to get this tape deck working. So I'm going to strip this tape deck out completely, strip it down to its bones, take the board off, get to the mechanics underneath, and see what I can do with the mechanics and get it working again. I think the belt's fine. It might be slipping on the belt. If that's the case, I'll just change the belt over, and we'll see if that solves it. But yeah, there you go, Stuart, TootyUK, if you're watching. The Amstrad you gifted me from a boot sale somewhere that was covered in filth is alive. It's alive and well, repaired. Just got to obviously make sure that solder's done, but it works. I mean, I might take a new power socket completely off the other board actually and get that on there instead to get that really working well. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, another Amstrad CPC464 save from doom. This one will be bugstered. This one, I nearly said buggered there, but not. This one will be bugstered. It will be custom decorated Novabug style. Thanks for watching. Novabug out.